Hi, and welcome back to Bougie Bites 1221. Today I'm going to show you honey mustard salmon, the fixings with roasted teeny tiny potatoes. Check it out. So now that you have your salmon, you season with some sea salt and freshly ground pepper. I prefer the coarse type of pepper, extra coarse. But we must note, paper towel and dry your salmon very well prior to cooking. You want to make sure that it's come to room temperature, and you also want to make sure that you pat dry it and make sure it's dry as possible before you add your honey mustard sauce. And you could do this and repeat on the other side if you choose to, if you have skin. If you don't have skin, it's your preference. As you can see, I have skin on my salmon, so I choose to season both sides. And you also want to make sure you turn it to the side. You make sure you get the salmon covered in the nooks and crannies here because they need flavoring too. So make sure you do that. Do the front and back and the sides, and then you bring it back to the top so you can put your honey mustard sauce and let that marinate in the refrigerator. I do like to add a little bit of garlic powder on my salmon, just a little sprinkle, just because. Again, it's all towards your preference, whatever you'd like to put on your salmon, and just a little dash of smoked paprika on the top as well. And now we're ready to do the marinade. Now that I've mixed 2 tablespoons of mustard and 2 tablespoons of honey, swirl that around with just about a teaspoon splash of lemon. Get your whisk together and get it ready. Blend it all. And now you're ready to marinate. And oh man, I can only imagine what that is going to taste like when it's cooked. Haven't decided whether this will be baked or oven fried. But look at that. I'm sorry, I should say air fried. So now we have started to put the honey mustard glaze on, which is 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, coarse grain, any mustard that you like, as well as 2 tablespoons of honey. And you get that in there. Don't forget about the sides, and let this marinate in the refrigerator for a couple of hours or longer if you choose to. Make sure you put a little cover over it, saran wrap if you'd like to. I believe foil changes the texture, how would you say, the composition, if you will. So use saran wrap, or you could just leave it like that, put another plate on top. But as you can see, this is going to be amazing. And I think I'm going to do this in the air fryer tonight as opposed to a sheet pan in the oven. Yep. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So here is the salmon that I've prepared with salt and pepper, garlic powder, and a little bit of smoked paprika, sea salt. Let me be specific, not kosher, not table salt. And the honey, I use Dijon mustard. Mix that together. Get your brush, put it all in there, get the nooks and crannies, remember the sides, and put this puppy in the refrigerator for a minimum of 30 minutes, up to 24. But I'm gonna make this tonight. We're gonna see how it comes out. Come back and check it out at Bougie Bites 1221. Good afternoon, and thank you for coming back to check another video for Bougie Bites 1221. I am going to prepare roasted mini potatoes, otherwise known as teeny top potatoes. I've gotten a pound of mine from Trader Joe's. I have thoroughly rinsed them. I have also patted them dry because you want to make sure that they are dry so that it renders you the crispy skin that you're looking for and that soft, hot potato inside when you're done cooking them in the oven. So after you've done that, which I've already done, I am going to take 4 tablespoons of olive oil and drizzle that all on our potatoes. We're going to take a half of teaspoon of ground pepper. And you notice in the prep before, you see some garlic and some Parmesan cheese. Parmesan cheese is saved for last. As well as your kosher salt is going to be 1 teaspoon. Actually, it's 2. Sorry about that. So I'm going to get my gloves on. I'm going to mix all this up. But before I do that, I also have to chop 3 cloves of garlic. So I'm going to come back and then we're going to mix this all up. You can either put some parchment paper on your sheet pan, or you can put the potatoes. Parchment paper I like to use, it's easy cleanup, but you can put them directly onto your sheet pan and start your oven. Preheat it 450 degrees, and I'll be right back with you. So I'm back. I have chopped up my garlic. It is 3 cloves. However, we like garlic in this house quite a bit. So if it asks for 3 cloves, I usually do 5. If it asks for 2, I do 4. But again, it's all according to your taste. So here we go. Added our garlic. And now we're going to mix all of this together. And I mean coat your potatoes. Get in there. Get dirty. Coat these potatoes. And actually, when you coat them, right, I would do this about a half an hour ahead of time, just so the potatoes get a chance to absorb all the wonderful flavor, right, of the garlic. I just think that the more time it has to sit in this, the better. So preheat your oven to 450. Put these bad puppies on parchment paper or on your sheet pan for about 20 minutes. Check them. You don't need to rotate them or turn them over. And then to top them off, let them cool for about 2 minutes upon removal of the oven from the oven. You are going to take a 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese and sprinkle that on your potatoes. And just do a little quick, 1 more of these, and immediately serve. The kids are going to love them. Your family's going to love them, and they're going to taste great. So come back later to see the finished product. Thanks. And this isn't even cooked yet. Can't wait. Listen to that sizzle. There's some crunch and softness, heaven in these roasted potatoes. Can't wait, can't wait. Roasted potatoes just came out the oven. We're gonna take our 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, sprinkle that on there. Add a little bit of fresh parsley if you choose to. Or you can add more than a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. It's up to you. But we're gonna mix this together and make it look all pretty, and then we'll come back. garlic, roasted teeny tiny potatoes, steamed broccoli, honey, and mustard marinated salmon, kid friendly, and of course the cornbread for the kid, healthy and under 45 minutes today. Thanks for tuning in.